The presenting sponsor of Moontower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Oh, wait, don't you wish you could lock the spin on your chair?
No.
So it didn't like when you were situated like this, like my butt is spinning, but like I don't want it to be.
I've never sat like that before.
I don't. Why not?
Hello, friends, and welcome to Swoontower Soccer. My name is Mike Craniola.
I'm Steph Grignola.
And we are your hosts on this podcast that is all about the boys.
Yeah, we're here today, and honestly, we've been a little busy.
Yeah, but we still love you.
We still love you very, very much, and we still love our boys very, very much. We just don't have as much to report on this Swoontower cycle because we weren't able to go to the last home match. Mike and I have been performing in the Winter's Tale with the Barons men, so we've been occupied otherwise, which is a bummer for not seeing the match, but also super fun to get to do a show together.
Yeah, and so if you're listening to this and you say, hey, that sounds like a fun time to go see Mike and Steph perform in the Winter's Tale, but I don't want to skip an Austin FC match for it. Let me tell you, we've got the date for you. Next Friday, the 28th of April, there is a large contingent of Austin FC fans attending the Winter's Tale performance by the Barons men. So go to thebaronsmen.org/tickets and you can join a whole bunch of other fellow Austin FC fans in catching some live Shakespeare here in Austin, Texas.
Yeah. It's fun. It's good. It's great. And it has made us have to catch up on some Austin FC stuff after the fact. So on that note, we do have some notes for the FO.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Yeah.
This is where we're going to go first?
Honestly, I feel like we're just gonna dive into it.
All right, let's do it.
Normally we do fit checks later in the episode, but because we were trying to stay off the internet and not get spoiled for the match when we were on stage while it was happening, we missed all of the fit checks because they must have just been in stories. There are no preserved fit checks on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah, and so how are we supposed to know how fashionable our boys are if, our creative team isn't giving us those permanent links to be able to review those after the fact?
Exactly. Keep them on the timeline.
Yeah, we love to see it.
Yeah. The one thing I do love to see is that I'm pretty sure the one outfit that I caught a glimpse of is Brad Stuver wearing black pants yet again.
Yeah.
Chef's kiss. Impeccable.
For the record, I think it's cool when he wears those slate pants too.
Are you trying to call khaki slate so that I won't get visibly upset?
I also really enjoyed the Jean Komenich injury era fashion choice.
Oh yeah.
He looks kind of like a city fashion version of a country trucker vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like when country singers go on American Idol and they start real legit rustic and then they turn into Hollywood rustic.
Yeah.
It's very calculated.
That's how it feels, right? Or I don't know. I feel like he looks like he might listen to radio rock and roll with this look.
Yacht rock.
Not yacht rock, but I don't know the real term for it. My friends and I just call it butt rock.
Okay.
That hoo-doo-doo-doo kind of vibe. You know what I mean?
Sure.
No offense to Pearl Jam, but I feel like Pearl Jam started this descent into what it is. But yeah, I don't know. That's just kind of the vibe that I'm getting from this Jean Komenich picture.
Yeah, it's definitely out of his normal
European
fashion model vibe.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that he's trying something new.
I imagine, when I ruptured my Achilles, the last thing I wanted to do was put a ton of work into how I looked.
Oh, I know.
Yeah. So I get it.
No
I get
judgment.
Where it's coming from.
Zero judgment.
Yeah.
All right. So that out of the way, I guess, Mike, we should talk about our matches.
Oh, sure. So the only note that I have for LAFC is oof. Would you like to expand?
I think that it was a really great showcase of Danny Buanga's skills.
And haircut. I really like his haircut a lot. Mm-hmm. I think maybe that's one of the problems that we're having is that
our boys aren't getting,
they don't have cool style haircuts right now. Like, I just feel like Emi Rigoni needs a lightning bolt shaved into the side of his head, maybe, to kind of give him that next level, you know? Really,
I would love that.
just let him kind of do his thing, you know?
Yeah, quality over quantity cuts.
Yeah, get him a lightning bolt.
Get him a lightning bolt.
And so what else? Who else would
It doesn't matter. That's all I'm picturing right now. It doesn't. Whatever you say, all I'm seeing is a lightning bolt in the side of Emmy's head, and it looks great.
And do you think Sabo then would get like Messi shaved into the back of his head? Did you remember when you were in like 4th grade and the coolest kid in class got the Air Jordan symbol shaved into the back of his head?
I knew 0 people who had the Air Jordan symbol shaved into the back of their head.
Maybe this is just me. He was also the first kid in class to get braces. He was just like ahead of the curve on everything.
Yeah, I mean, good for him. I was thinking more just like instead of going so literal, maybe he just gets a 10 shaved in.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But then, so like he'd have his own number shaved into the back of his head?
Yeah, but isn't Messi 10?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like it's an homage, and it's him embracing the number 10 in a way that he is manifesting that success for himself.
Sure. Okay. I see. I hear that. Yeah. I kind of like that idea.
What if it's like a 10 out of lightning bolts?
What?
You clearly wanted something cooler.
No, it's fine. We can move on from this.
I'm gonna draw it up.
Okay.
I'm gonna Photoshop it onto the back of his head.
Great. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah.
So we can move on from LAFC, I think, because I didn't have fun watching this game.
The LAFC one?
Yes.
Oh.
We came home and we watched it on delay, and boy, were my eyes tired after watching those incredible goals.
Yeah.
Not for us.
Yeah, I was going to say, I really did not enjoy watching the Vancouver game, but for very different reasons. Like, I was very stressed watching it.
Yeah, I will say that we came home from the play and started watching the Vancouver match, and I noticed that you didn't have a frozen margarita or like a tall boy of Dos Equis to get through the game. And so do you think that was part of it?
I mean, maybe, but there also weren't 20,000 people screaming at me. So I feel like that's more of the trade-off of why those frozen marks are so nice at Q2.
So you think the screaming helps you not be so stressed live?
No, I think that the game was just very stressful. I think it was just a very exciting game. You mentioned someone on Twitter said it was a boring game, and I wanted to burn Twitter just to the ground.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun watching this Vancouver game.
It was wild.
Yeah, and it seemed like there were chances on both ends. I didn't like all the Vancouver chances, but I did love all of ours. Mm-hmm. And
I guess like I really loved that all of the Vancouver chances ended with Brad's fist punting them to the ground.
Sure. Or like that no-look, basically, that no-look catch that he did on that chip attempt. Woo.
So like all in all, net 0.
Well, net 1, right? Because we got 1 point out of it.
Sure.
It's a draw.
Sure.
I will say there were some highlights to the match for me.
Okay.
The first match highlight that I wanted to talk about was carrying Jean's jersey before the match for the pregame photo.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart.
Yep.
The other thing that I wanted to call out was that we got a classic Mad Maxi angry at the ref the whole match, as opposed to angry for not being subbed in.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see. I really liked that. You've got a note on here.
Oh, yeah. Diego's shorts started so short. I mean, minute 1, it was like he was like, I am back in the starting lineup. I am giving the people what they want. And he did. Those shorts. Oh, yes.
Yeah. So short. So awesome. So spicy.
So spicy. I loved it.
Speaking of spicy, our captain, Seba Driussi, being spicy this week as well, coming after the ref for bad calls and then immediately showing him, okay, fine, not going to give a yellow. I'm going to show you what a yellow looks like. And bowling over the Vancouver player in the midfield there.
That was honestly like, I love when our boys get a little spicy. So that to me was the highlight of the second highlight, the secondary highlight.
I was going to say that one wasn't even all in caps.
I have the true highlight of the match. I love Rodney.
We know, Mom.
I just love that sweet little angel boy so much. And he played so good and I was so proud of him.
Yeah, can we talk about the rest of the world coming aboard?
I know. They're
Choo-choo.
finally seeing it. Choo choo, all aboard the Rodney train. We have left the station and we are driving full force into his first goal.
I think those metaphors got a little mixed up at the end there with
It's
the train,
fine.
but it's fine.
It's fine. Trains score goals. I'm sure Thomas the Tank Engine has scored a goal or two in his time.
If you are a big Thomas the Tank Engine fan and also a Swoontower fan, let us know.
Oh my gosh. Hey, Carrie, if you're listening, if you want to put all of our player faces onto Thomas the Tank Engine characters, I really feel like that's something we need.
You know what else we need? We need a freaking goal. I'm tired of not talking about Celly's.
I know. Well, we can't move on quite yet, though, because we did get a home run of a match, Scott.
That's true. You know what? You're right. We can't move on from Vancouver before we talk about this Match Scott interview.
Yeah. So like we mentioned, we weren't able to be at the match. So we sent in guest correspondents, Ashley and Landon, to interview Mindy.
Hi, Mindy. How are you? We have some questions we want to ask you. Who do you think would be the best player to cuddle with? Yeah, great answer.
That's a pretty good answer. Mindy, what do you think the score is going to be tonight? Well, are you sure? I think that would be like a league record. That would be amazing. So I hope that's true. We have another guest here. My nephew Vince wants to ask you a question. Vince, what does the dog say? No, he's not going to do it. Okay, Mindy, thank you so much. It was very nice to meet you.
10 trillion adorable squeals that I let out when I listened to that recording out of 10.
We're so lucky to have such great guest correspondents who, like, combined are officially cuter than the main correspondents.
Yeah.
You know?
It's true.
Wow.
It's true. And like, man, the depth of inquiry from Vince there.
Brilliant commentary.
We could never top it.
No, of course not.
And we'll never try.
No, I'll never talk to Mindy for that reason.
Mindy looks so cute. I'm so
gosh.
sad that we didn't get to meet her, but really appreciative of Landon for taking the reins on that and making sure that we hear from our match, Scott. So thank you so much. And go check out Mindy's page. It's linked in the show notes, and you need a dog. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah, she is a retriever Labrador mix, maybe they are assuming. She's about 60 pounds, about 3 years, almost 4 years old here. And she's got a little cart that she hooks up to be able to get around just as quick as anybody else can.
It looks like she went around the stadium in a little wagon, and I'm crying a little bit.
She's so sweet and so cute looking.
I love her.
Highly recommend checking out Mindy and all the other adorable dogs for adoption at Austin Pets Alive.
Yeah, please do that. Look at this. She's getting so many pets. Oh, God. I just love...
Steph, let's do our ad break.
Okay. All right, so the best part about FVF Law is how well we've memorized this ad copy.
Yeah, honestly, I'm pretty proud of us.
We were in the car the other day. My mom was visiting, and she said something about a lawyer billboard that she saw. And we both at the same time said, well, Swoontower Soccer is brought to you by our friends at FVF Law, the official injury
lawyers of Austin FC. We let Steph's mom know that FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm. We let her know that they are dedicated
to community transparency and client education.
That's right. We also told her where she can go.
It's FVF.law.
Yep. And we told her it was FVF.law in the car as well, because we knew that it was important for her to find out what it makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm.
And why understanding your legal options can dramatically change the outcome of a case.
And so we just wanted to say thanks to Steph's mom for coming and visiting and learning so much about law.
All right, so we're going to wrap this thing up with our social media standouts. First of all, I want to give a shout out to Julio Cascante for getting that contract extension.
Yeah,
I was
get that
so
bag, boy.
happy.
Get that bag, boy.
Also, what makes me happy is everyone on the internet who was so happy about it. And where was that support last year?
Yeah, honestly, you're coming up looking like an all-star here in these. You were the first on board with Ruben. Mm-hmm. You were you were one of the sole defenders of Rodney. Mm-hmm. And now look at, even We Are Austin TV had, 5-6 fan interviews where they were like, yo, but Rodney Red has though?
Yeah.
Let's see him.
It just means that you all should be listening to this podcast with the appreciation of authority that is being delivered to you.
And now, look at all the people with Julio love in their hearts.
Mm-hmm. I'm just really excited.
Welcome aboard, y'all.
Choo choo.
I also wanted to give a shout out to the Stuver family portraits that got published recently. So freaking cute. Jumping around with Nella on the bed, feeding her snacks and stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, Mike looked at me and goes, hey, should we do that?
We should probably do that for Hero.
So, we're probably going to do that with Hero.
Yeah. John Winters Photography, if you're listening. They were our wedding photographer, and he's amazing. I'm just saying, if you're listening, hit us up.
Yeah. Let's do some dog pictures. I also, another very exciting photographed moment is all the boys that got to meet Raul.
You sound so confident in knowing who he is.
I don't know who he is. And I'm so embarrassed. I've Googled it.
And
I still he's a football player, but also a musician and also dating a musician.
All I know is that he's dating Rosalia, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. But he's also famous.
Yeah, but
for playing football or for music.
I don't know. I just know he's famous to me for dating Rosalia.
Well, I'm so happy for all of our boys. They seemed happy.
I am also happy for the success of the laundry project.
Yes.
This past weekend, there was a massive turnout.
So last weekend, 324 families washed 2,045 or 20,450 pounds of laundry at 4 different locations across Austin. And Brad and Kerry, who organized with Brad and Ashley Stuver, are such inspirational, just light posts of good in our community. And we are so lucky to have them all.
Yeah, massive shout out to all the Austin FC supporters who were out there from all the different supporters groups, making a difference in the community. Just so cool to see, and so happy to have this stuff happening in our community.
You know what else I'm happy to have in our community?
What's that, Steph?
Radovanovich's muscles.
Honestly, A-Rad's muscles look insane.
Is that what we're doing?
That's what I'm doing.
A-Rad?
I like it because it
reminds you of A-Rod, who we hate.
Right, but growing up a baseball fan, that's always what you would do.
Oh, it's just a standard convention?
Yeah.
All right. Anyway, I love his muscles. There was a really great picture from practice the other day.
Yeah, his face was crazy in it, but his muscles were
A lot.
insane.
There were a lot of them.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're going to leave it there.
Yeah, honestly, like Nick
Find the
Lima's,
picture.
yeah, Nick Lima's got some competition coming up. Like the number of muscles on this man's body,
Yeah.
like not necessarily the size, but just the volume, like the number of muscles that are defined. Wow.
Yeah. A plus muscles.
We've got one question for the community here at the
Yes.
end of this episode. So after our last release where we interviewed Brad Stuver's parents, we got a lot of people saying, oh, that was so cute. Let's get everyone else's families on the show. And so I want to ask you, the listeners, what player family members do you want us to try to get interviews with?
Yeah, it was so incredible to get to talk to the Stuvers, and we're so lucky that they agreed to come on and that they're just so wholesome and pure and wonderful, period. So we would love to reach out to some other family members, siblings, spouses, parents,
Cousins.
Yep.
Anyone you want to hear from,
Let us know. Yeah.
Go ahead and reach out to us on Twitter at FutureXSkeleton and at Kruggles, or even just at the Moontower Soccer account.
Yep.
We'll make Landon and Jeremiah tell us who you want to hear from, because that's what we're here for you.
Yes, we're trying to give you what you want.
Yeah.
And now it's time for me to give me what I want. The man of my jersey.
Yeah. Who's the man of your jersey this week?
I think it's pretty obvious. The man of my jersey this week is my son, Rodney Reddies. As we're talking about family members, I have to. Yeah, if you want us to talk to Rodney's mom, like, I'm already here. You get me every week. I love this sweet angel boy so much. He just always is constantly looking like he's trying so hard and just doing the most. And I'm really proud of how, like, what a great show he put on the pitch this week. So really proud of him, and he's the man of my jersey.
Well, there you have it, folks. Thank you so much for being with us. Again, please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. Anywhere that there's a little star icon next to the podcast, you can click on it, and you can click 5 or whatever the maximum number is. Landon and Jeremiah won't tell you to do that, but we will.
Yeah, we will. Give us
Also,
those 5 stars.
Yeah, not only give us those 5 stars, but give Landon and Jeremiah your money at patreon.com/Moontower Soccer. There's even a tier for us now. If you want a little Swoontower patch, you can sign up for the Swoontower Patron of Our Jerseys level, I guess it's called, right?
Tier, yeah.
Tier, thank you. And you'll get a Moontower and a Swoontower patch to put on your battle vest or your favorite backpack or anywhere else you put a patch on. Maybe a pair of overalls, you know?
Y'all, I got a pair of overalls today, and if next time you see me, I'm definitely going to be wearing them because I'm obsessed. I'm an overall girl now. Welcome to my overalls era.
And so, yeah, just consider doing that if you've got the extra scratch and want to support the show. They will appreciate it. We will appreciate it. Everyone.
We love and appreciate you.
Yeah.
A
And
lot.
in the meantime, while you're considering whether to give money, give 5 stars everywhere you can.
There
Thank
go.
you. We love you.
Thank you. We love you. Bye. Bye.